Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we are taking a look at 2014's The Fault in Our Stars. I know nothing about this other than I think it has some familiar faces to the Bad Medicine channel here. So I'm excited to see what this is all about.
Yeah, no idea what this is about, but I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to find out.
I've heard that this is a really good movie, of course. We're doing it here for the channel, which means I can highly recommend it from everybody out there, so I'm looking forward to this one.
All right, without further ado then, let's go!
I believe we have a choice in this world about how to tell sad stories. You can sugarcoat it, the way they do in movies and romance novels.
Hey. Divergent.
It's just not the truth. This is the truth. Sorry.
Shailene had to save the planet again?
Yeah, again.
Late in the winter of my 17th year, my mother decided that I was depressed.
She barely leaves the house.
I'm not depressed, Mom. The booklets and the websites always list depression as a side effect of cancer. Depression's not a side effect of cancer. It's a side effect of dying, which is what was happening to me.
Oh, they're trying to get us right away.
Oh, they are.
Real early on.
Have you been going to that support group I suggested? Who knows, you might even find it enlightening.
I'm Angel. I have acute myeloid leukemia.
Patrick. Testicular.
I'll spare you the gory details of Patrick's ball cancer. Basically, they found it in his nuts. They cut most of it out, and he almost died, but he didn't. So now here he is. I'm Hazel. Thyroid originally, but now with quite the impressive satellite colony in my lungs.
We're here for you, Hazel.
So, was it awesome?
Oh, Mom.
Mom, it was awesome.
It's like, it's just this terrible thing, but they keep hitting us with like little gags.
You need to make friends. Be a teenager.
Give me a fake ID so that I can go to clubs and drink gimlets and take pot.
Take.
And so I went to make my parents happy. The only thing worse than biting it from cancer is having a kid bite it from cancer.
Make some friends.
I can't fucking imagine.
Sorry.
My bad.
Look who it is.
I'm sorry.
I have spinal cell sarcoma. It's been an okay.
So, making it real obvious, sir.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I have a retinoblastoma. This is a glass eye, and then I'm going into the hospital to have another surgery to take out the other eye. So after that surgery, I'm just gonna be totally blind. I have great friends like Augustus Waters too. Helps me out. So.
I'm Augustus Waters. I had a touch of osteosarcoma about 1.5 years ago.
Lost this baby as a result.
Maybe you'd like to share your fears with the group.
Oblivion.
Oblivion?
You see, I intend to live an extraordinary life. To be remembered.
Would anyone else in the group like to speak to that?
Oblivion's inevitable. And if that scares you, then I suggest you ignore it. God knows it's what everyone else does.
Oh, hey.
Ooh.
Yeah, good group.
It's really nice to hear everybody.
Didn't phase him. Didn't phase him one bit.
Not at all.
Smoking on a girlfriend.
Why are they eating each other's faces?
Because they're teenagers. Why not? And she's got a green Mitsubishi Eclipse. I mean, let's go.
What's your name?
Hazel. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you're beautiful.
Wow.
I enjoy looking at beautiful people.
Wow.
Always.
Always? What's with the always?
Always is like the thing, like they'll always love each other and whatnot. They probably texted always to each other like 14 million times this year.
Right in the church parking lot. Right in the...
Let's go watch a movie.
Right in the church parking lot.
I'm free later this week. We could...
No, I mean now.
It's got a long thing.
Really? What, do you think that that's cool or something? Let me just tell you that not being able to breathe sucks.
Hazel Grace, they don't actually hurt you unless you light them. It's a metaphor, see? You put the thing that does the killing right between your teeth, but you never give it the power to kill you.
Mom's gonna see it.
Sweetheart, is it top model time?
No. I've made plans with Augustus Waters.
As he's got a heater hanging. Whoa!
He's a way better driver in the other movie.
Yeah, I failed my test
Because he doesn't have his iPod.
I was 13 when they found it. Not much they could do, which didn't stop them, of course. All of which worked for a while, but then stopped working.
Don't be afraid.
That should have been the end. But then something strange happened. The antibiotics kicked in, they drained the fluid from my lungs. Next thing I know, I found myself in an experimental trial. It's called Phalanxifer. It didn't work in over 70% of the patients, but for some reason, it's been working for me.
So are you back in school?
I got my GED, so I'm taking classes at MCC.
Well, that explains the aura of sophistication. My folks call them encouragements. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Just hi.
This is Hazel Grace.
Oh, it's just Hazel.
how's it going, Just Hazel?
Hi, Hazel.
Epic dad joke. How's it going, Justin Hazel?
The most dad thing of all time.
This is it. Augusta World.
Oh man.
That's set up.
Wow.
Oh. Keep right.
It's an impressive collection.
Yeah, I used to play. Your interests, your hobbies, your passions, your weird fetishes.
An Imperial Affliction.
Okay.
It's my favorite novel.
Wait. Does it have zombies in it?
Zombies, no.
Stormtroopers? No cancer?
But not like that. His name is Peter Van Houten. He's the only person I understands what it's like to be dying, but B hasn't actually died.
I will read this horrible book. You will read this. This haunting yet brilliant novelization of my favorite video game.
Counterinsurgents.
It's about embracing your destiny. Well, wait, your hands are so cold.
Oh, they're not so much cold. It's just under-oxygenated.
Hazel Grace? I love it when you talk medical to me.
Gosh, halfway through it.
Did he give it to you?
By it, do you mean herpes?
Yes, I did. It's a mother's dream.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Ooh.
reaching for that phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh, she needs a new data plan for text messages.
Oh my God, Mom, I'm not worried. Just hung out. It's not like I'm waiting for him to call me.
I knew that's what it was about, not the data plan. It's because he's
Just staring at the phone. Oh, yeah, we've been there.
International Goji Berry Day. Isn't that great?
there we go.
This is the dried.
So do they eat a lot of goji berries on Goji Berry Day? I don't even know what having dessert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, celebrate things.
I really do like this. Honey, would you like to be excused?
What?
What is, are you okay?
Me? Yeah, I am excellent. Does support group Hazel make this better or worse?
Uh-oh.
Been wasting all my... How fast can you get here? All right, well, the door's open, so I gotta run. Bye. Isaac, yo, Hazel Grace from the support group is here.
He's locked in.
I don't think it's always anymore.
Isaac's in the midst of a psychotic episode right now. You look really nice, by the way.
Oh, they broke up.
Oh, they broke
I
up.
had to have.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of how aggressive he was in the parking lot.
Could be.
It seems Isaac and Monica are no longer a going concern. Pain demands to be felt.
You're quoting my book.
She said she wanted to break up with me before the surgery, but she couldn't handle it.
Oh.
You know, sometimes people don't understand the promises that they're making.
I feel like such a loser. I still have her necklace on.
Take it off.
Dude, take that off.
Bro advice. Take it off.
Don't hit that. Don't hit that. Dude.
Whoa, don't get his stuff.
How about
That's
the brick
his
wall?
stuff, not yours. There you go.
Sorry. Kicking Toots TV stand.
Try this. I've been looking for a way to tell my father I kind of hate basketball. Go to town.
Oh, I thought he was gonna like hit one of his.
I cannot stop thinking about this goddamn book. However, we do need closure, don't you think?
That is exactly what I was asking Van Houten for in my letters.
But he never responded.
Nope.
Did he email him?
Dear Mr. Waters, I am grateful to anyone who sets aside the time to read my book.
What are you doing?
I may have found Van Houten's assistant. I am particularly indebted to you, sir.
Augustus, keep reading, keep reading.
And for taking the time to tell me that the book meant a great deal to you and your friend Hazel Grace.
You did not.
No, I have not written anything else, nor will I. Thank you for your generous email. So yeah, that just happened.
That's awesome.
I hope you will not mind that he shared that email with me. Does Anna's mom marry the Dutch tulip man?
The old touching hands at the iPod.
I don't know how long I have left to get answers to them. And of course, if you ever do decide to write anything else, I would love to read it. Yours with great admiration, Hazel Grace Lancaster.
With great admiration.
I think you'll like it.
Is it really 1 a.m.?
Time gets by you, right?
I should probably go to sleep.
Okay.
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 This ending. You say goodbye first.
Yeah.
You hang up
Perhaps
first.
okay will be our always.
Ooh. Okay, I was like, that can go one of two ways when you say that.
I don't know when the last time she slept in was.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dear Ms. Lancaster,
Oh, that's cool.
I cannot answer your questions, at least not in writing, because to do so would constitute a sequel. Should ever you find yourself in Amsterdam, do pay a visit at your leisure.
Oh, she got an invite.
What? Yeah, Peter Van Houten. But do you think we could actually go?
But we don't have the money. You know, just like getting all the equipment over there. I don't know. How do we do that?
Yeah, no, duh. I'm sorry.
Put it on the plastic. I'm not a financial advisor.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Sell some shit.
Mom wants to make it happen.
Yeah.
She's thinking
Oh,
about it.
You know she does. Yeah.
Use your wish.
I use it. Free miracle.
When'd you use it on?
Oh, I know what they're talking about, but I don't think they
Not
can say
Disney.
it by name. Ha!
Yeah.
Why
I'm
are
like
you
goofy.
embarrassed?
I can't believe I have a crush on a girl with such cliche wishes.
A crush. I think we're past crush. Come on now.
The most important thing in any MRI is to lie completely still.
No, I fall
that
asleep.
day- It was almost impossible.
Oh, the Rick Smiths jersey.
Rick Smith's jersey?
Hey, Rick Smith's jersey?
I met Rick Smiths my freshman year in high school at the mall in Milwaukee before a Bucks game. No lie.
How would you like to go on a picnic with me?
I smell like hospital, so I should just change.
Is this the...
You're a survivor yourself, huh?
You know, I didn't cut this fella off for the hell of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, here it comes.
Hey,
Dead
listen,
talk.
guys. And you have to understand, Hazel's still pretty sick. I mean, she's gonna want to keep up with you. She's that kind of girl, but the truth is, her lungs.
Ready, guess?
Oh, good.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's Stead.
I mean,
got
he's
enough.
worried, you know. But,
I know, you get both parts.
yeah.
Is this where you take all of your romantic conquests?
Probably why I'm still a virgin.
You are not still a virgin.
See this circle? That is the circle of virgins. This is 18-year-old dudes with one leg.
Oh, you think with a Rick Smiths jersey, you'd be beating him off with that stick.
Sorry, the tomatoes are Mexican.
How dare you?
They're using a skeleton as a playground. Think about that.
You do love your symbols.
Speaking of which, you're probably wondering why you're sitting here eating a bad cheese sandwich and drinking orange juice with a guy in a Rick Smiths jersey.
They're leading on that one, aren't they?
You used your wish moronically. It's a good thing I saved mine.
Oh.
No way.
I'm not going to give you my wish or anything, Hazel. If that's what you're thinking. You know, I too have an interest in meeting this Mr. Peter Van Houten, and so I talked to the genies. And they're all for it. We leave in a month.
Oh, he pulled it off.
And then this happened.
So what happened?
Usual.
No tumor growth. No new tumors in your body.
It's a thing we can live with.
How's she doing?
Better.
They won't let me in. It's like family only.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, could you just tell her I was here?
Yeah, of course. Of course I will.
I know what you're thinking. He doesn't need this in his life. And nobody does.
Mom and I were just saying the same thing. I mean, it could be time we toss you out on the street.
Hazel Grace.
Hey, Augustus.
Are you okay? What's the matter?
Everything. I also don't really want this particular life. Pathetic old swing set that my dad built for me when I was a kid, and
I do see your point. This is one sad swing set. All your efforts to keep me from you are gonna fail.
I like you. I can't let this go on any further
Why not?
because I don't want to hurt you.
Hazel, I'm saying I wouldn't mind. It'd be a privilege to have my heart broken by you. Hazel,
Gus, I'm a grenade. I don't know. I feel like it's my responsibility to minimize the casualties.
They're still saying okay.
Received word via the genies that you'll be visiting us in the guest waters and your mother on the 4th. Van Houten's assistant just emailed me and she said that she thinks we're still coming. What?
Mom, did you come through?
I was supposed to tell you with your dad. We're going to Amsterdam.
Them doctors.
Dr. Marie,
right.
everybody knows.
I love you so much.
Oh, wait, the food. What'd you forget?
The food, of course. The mom ate for
Snacks.
Snack bag.
Just leave the door wide open.
You never been on a plane before?
No.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
there's no smoking on this plane.
He puts the killing thing in his mouth, but he doesn't actually give it the power to kill him.
It's prohibited on today's flight.
It's also though it's a tension releaser though for him.
Yes, this is what it's like to drive in a car with you.
Oh my God, we're flying. Like,
You two are so adorable. We're just
Oh.
well, she is. I'm not.
So is the book they're discussing in this movie? I wonder if it's real and he's a real author, or
I
if it's
don't
fictional
know.
for the.
Because you have reservations for 2 tonight for dinner. Okay, what will you wear?
With a oh, look at Gus.
Hazel, Gus is here. Looking incredible.
Wow,
What?
you look gorgeous.
Thanks.
Come a long way from being depressed, haven't we?
Wow.
This is it. Orange. Yeah, this is it.
Oh,
Jay.
Your table, Mr. and Mrs. Waters?
Thank you.
Smile.
well, the age is what over there? 18.
Yeah, something like that, probably.
I think so, yeah.
Would you like a menu, or will you have the chef's choice?
Chef's choice sounds wonderful. Something tells me we are gonna need a little bit more of this.
We've bottled all the stars for you this evening, my young friends.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Okay, good. It's like it looked like oatmeal.
I like your suit.
Thank you. It's the first time I've ever worn it.
That's not the suit you wear to funerals?
No. When I first got sick, just before the surgery, I asked my parents if I could buy a really nice suit.
So it's your death suit.
That's what it is.
I got it for my 15th birthday. A dress. I don't necessarily think I'd wear it on a date, though.
So we're on a date?
Oh!
God?
Maybe.
Afterlife?
So they had desserts.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. What about you?
Absolutely. I mean, otherwise, what's the point?
Maybe there is no point.
I won't accept that. I am in love with you.
Oh, all right.
You heard me.
Sorry. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is.
And I know that love is just a shout into the void and that oblivion is inevitable. And I know that the sun will swallow the only earth we will ever have. And I am in love with you.
More stars.
No, thank you. I think we'll just have the check.
Your meal has been paid by Mr. Van Houten.
Then some more stars.
All right.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
When do we get to meet this mysterious man? You think he was the waiter?
I think it was. How much you want to bet that was him? Because the smile. Well, no. I mean, if you were a waiter and somebody covered the meal and you knew you had a young couple coming in, you'd probably be real happy too.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Augustus.
They're here.
Who the hell is they, Levi?
The young fans with whom you'd be corresponding.
Oh no.
The Americans?
Was the assistant answering all the emails for him?
Get rid of them.
Oh.
I will not do this, Peter.
Oh no. It was her
nice.
answering the emails.
Oh,
Come
Willem.
in, please.
What?
Wow, what a twist.
It's Willem Dafoe?
Which of you is Augustus Waters?
I am.
Mr. Van Houten, thank you so much for writing back to us.
Yours are the first missives to which I replied. Look where it got me.
Another scotch and soda, please.
That's weird the way he's got his speakers in the books.
She thinks I have a drinking problem. You like my book.
We love your book.
Yeah.
He made his wish meeting you so that we could talk.
Did you dress like her on purpose?
Kind of.
We both really wanted to thank you for dinner last night.
Oh,
He
that
had
was the
no idea.
assistant.
We have some questions, obviously, about what happens at the end of your book.
How familiar are you with Swedish hip-hop?
I would say limited.
Levi, play Bumfuddlella immediately.
Okay.
Oh, God, Willem Dafoe's so good. Authors can be an interesting bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe it is truthful too that he doesn't really want to talk about the book or something. I don't know.
Or if that was like the one hit that he ever had, you know?
Yeah.
Are you messing with us? Like, is this some sort of performance?
All right, so at the end of the book,
Let's
Anna's...
imagine you're racing a tortoise. The tortoise has a 10-yard head start. You're faster than the tortoise, but you can never catch him, you see. You can only decrease his lead. Cantor's proof that some infinities are bigger than other infinities.
I assume that answers your question.
Some riddles?
Oh, boy.
You seem so intelligent in print, Mr. Waters. Has the cancer found its way into your brain?
Peter, you promised!
Nothing happens. They're fiction. You are fated to live out
Peter.
your days as the child you were when diagnosed, a child who believes there is a life after a novel ends. You are a failed experiment in mutation. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why you care so much about your silly questions?
I'll go
Yourself.
It's okay. I'll write you a sequel.
Have you been to the Anne Frank house?
I'm not going anywhere with that man.
No, he is not invited.
Exactly.
I'm afraid there's no elevator.
That's all right. There are many stairs. Steep steps.
I can do it.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't like this.
Well, there's
carry
two ways.
her.
I say, yeah, there's two ways to look at it, you know.
Oh, maybe they already got up there.
Would become world famous.
Frank is everything that people are truly good at heart. Shall we?
Oh boy.
Just Gus, pick her up.
Come on. Piggyback ride, Gus.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's her showing that, you know, she
Yeah,
can
that
do
too.
this instead of, you know, waiting for the end. It's to live your life, and she's stronger than she thinks.
So this is the actual bookcase that hit the Frank family.
We're forced to think up a solution.
You okay, Hazel?
Yeah.
December
Wow, there's some
1943.
interesting quotes there on the wall, given the story we're in.
I think it's enough. No.
All is as it should be.
I mean, yeah, she's gonna do it. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only member of the Frank family to survive was Otto, Anne's father.
I can't think about the misery, but about the beauty that still remains. Think of all the beauty in everything around you, and be happy.
Interesting place for a first kiss,
Yeah.
but just the words resonate with her.
Yep. A lot of poignant words there.
I fell in love with him the way you fall asleep, and then all at once.
Just friends.
Well, not so much.
Yep.
It just sort of, like, ends right above where the knee would be.
No, he's so worried about his leg.
Gus,
We forgot all about it, Gus.
get over yourself.
Can't stop.
Wait, is that okay?
I just can't breathe.
Okay.
You're so beautiful.
What's that? Well,
Oh, it's the circle.
halfway.
Wait,
What does this mean halfway? What happened? Why is it halfway out? Oh no!
Or maybe that represented like he was out, so there's other 18-year-olds that are in.
We went to Anne Frank house.
That was really awesome. This is so awesome.
And after that,
Oh, we just walked around.
Yeah, we walked around twice.
What is it?
So just before you went into the hospital, I felt an ache in my hip.
Oh no! Oh my God, no!
So I had a PET scan, and it lit up like a Christmas tree. Lining my chest, my liver, just
Oh.
everywhere. I'm sorry.
There's the twist we didn't see coming.
So unfair.
Apparently, the world is not a wish-granting factory. Hey, listen. Don't you worry about me, Hazel Grace, okay?
Are you in pain?
No. No, just treat me like I'm not dying.
I don't think you're dying, Augustus. You've just got a touch of cancer.
Would it be absolutely ludicrous if we just made out right now?
Go for it.
And Gus.
So how are your eyes, Isaac?
They're good. They're not in my head is the only problem.
It appears my entire body's made out of cancer now, so sorry to went up you, dude.
Did you write his eulogy yet?
Dude.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
I need speakers at my funeral, so I was hoping that you and Isaac would be kind enough to whip something up.
I would love to do
You guys are cute. Makes me sick.
that. Have you heard from Monica?
Nope, not a thing.
You happen to have $5.
Are they gonna go egg her house? Oh, her car. They're gonna egg her green mitts.
I didn't hear anything. Wait, throw to my left or should I aim a little left?
Aim left.
Yes!
What?
Just dropping eggs.
Keep more. Are you Monica's mother?
I am.
Your daughter, she's done a great injustice. So we've come here seeking revenge. If I were you, I would go back inside.
Take my body.
Augustus.
Oh no, it's his parents. Oh god, it's him.
Hi. Oh my god, hi. I love you.
Can you come and help me?
Well, if it was something, I think you call an ambulance or something.
Yeah.
Gus.
Look.
Gus, it's infected.
Call 911.
No, please don't call 911, please. I wanted to buy cigarettes. I wanted to do something for myself.
Please hurry. We're in a silver Jeep at the gas station.
He's had a tough night, Hazel. His blood pressure's low. His heart's... They're gonna stop the chemo.
Here we go, blood.
What are you thinking about?
Oblivion. I always thought I would be a hero.
I'm mad because I think you're special. And is that not enough? This is your life, okay? This is all you get. Because I love you. And I'm gonna remember you.
I'm sorry. You're right.
I just wish you would be happy with that.
Hey. It's a good life, Hazel Grace.
Hello, Augustus.
Good evening, Hazel Grace. Did you ever write that eulogy I asked you to prepare?
I may have.
Do you think you could find your way down to the literal heart of Jesus in the next few minutes?
Where are you going? We're gonna eat something.
I have to go.
Then you've got to stay healthy. Come on, just eat something, honey.
Do you realize that I'm dying and you're gonna be here and you're not gonna have anyone to look after? Because you said that.
What are you talking about?
In the ICU.
That's not the truth. I was wrong. Always be your mother. It's the greatest thing I'll ever be.
That is my biggest fear, Mom. When I am gone, you're not gonna have a life anymore.
Losing you? That is gonna hurt like hell. But you, of all people, know it's possible to live with pain. I'm taking classes in social work.
You guys, this is the best news.
You go.
Hi.
You're late.
What's going on, guys?
I wanted to attend my own funeral. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to attend as a ghost, but just in case it doesn't work out, I decided to plan this pre-funeral.
Augustus Waters was a cocky son of a bitch. When the scientists from the future come to my house with robot eyes and they tell me to try them on, I'm gonna tell those scientists to piss off, because Gus, I don't even want to see a world without you. I don't. This is just so hard. He's kind of getting there.
And Augustus Waters was the star-crossed love of my life. Like all real love stories, ours will die with us. As it should. Some infinities are simply bigger than other infinities. A writer that we used to like taught us that. Do I want more days for Augustus Waters than what he got? But Gus, my love, I cannot tell you how thankful I am for our little infinity. You gave me it forever. I love you so much. Augustus Waters died 8 days later in the ICU. It was unbearable. The whole thing. One of the first things they ask you in the ER is to rate your pain on a scale from 1 to 10. Though I couldn't speak, I held up 9 fingers. The nurse came in and she called me a fighter. You called a 10 a 9. The reason I called it a 9 was because I was saving my 10. And this was it.
Your rod and your staff, they comfort me, and his strength.
What a load of shit, huh, kid?
Oh.
Let us pray. We thank you, Lord, for the life of Augustus Waters.
We need to fake a pray now.
For his strength. All this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Not that it really matters, but I was his girlfriend. If you want the rainbow, you have to deal with the rain. Even in his last few days, I didn't believe a word. He was always able to crack a smile. I knew this was the right thing to do. Funerals, I decided, are not for the dead. They're for the living.
Boy, your boy Waters and I corresponded quite a bit in his last days. But he was quite insistent I attend his funeral and tell you what became of Anna and her mother, so omnis cellula et cellula. Life comes from life. You don't want an explanation?
No, I don't.
You remind me of her. My daughter was 8.
She had leukemia like Anna.
Just like Anna.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Are you familiar with the trolley problem? You want to read this?
Can you just get out of my car? Please get out of my car!
I'm so sorry. It was a privilege, though, wasn't it? To love him. Gives you an idea how we feel about you.
Hazel, there's a friend here to see you.
Do you know if it hurt or whatever?
Apparently, he was struggling for breath for a long time.
The swing set's gone.
Gus really loved you, you know?
I know.
It was annoying. He talked bass. Did you get that letter from your author friend?
I have no interest in reading another word of that asshole's again.
No, he didn't write it. Gus wrote it.
What?
He wrote the sequel.
Mr. Van Houten, I'm a good person, but a shitty writer. You're a shitty person, but a good writer. I think we'd make a good team. Please fix this for me. It's a eulogy for Hazel. We all want to be remembered.
Ended just like the book. We've had some hard ones, folks, but I don't know if we've had a romantic movie that hit with the force that this one did. I mean, we've seen movies about, disasters and things that have happened to people and things they've had to fight through. But this is really our first, love story with tragedy in it. And I mean, this was so well done. I mean, everything about it was perfect. You could watch this show or this movie, I'm sorry, all the way through, or you could watch it for 3 minutes and you would get the point of it. You would get a message out of it. You would be sucked into the story and you would take something out of it. And I think that's the big thing, is that it's not even something you would have to finish to take the meaning out of it, and to take so many different poignant things that they had in there for somebody to either live their life and appreciate it, or people who are going through, some terrible things. It hits everything. It's almost crazy how it speaks to everybody on so many different levels. And I can't think of another movie that I've seen, obviously we're just coming out of it. This is our reaction right away. But I can't think of another movie that, just hit on so many different things at once that, that makes sense. And you can see everybody's point of view. You can empathize with everyone. You have a feeling, and the way they portray it, you can almost feel what they're going through. And for that, it was done so well. I mean, every actor in this did an amazing job of conveying that and what they were going through with everybody's circumstance and how it all kind of fit together. From, Hazel's parents, we only saw Augustus's parents for a little bit, but the way that they were able to portray what they're going through, I can't imagine that's easy for any actor to pull off. And, it isn't like we got, you would expect it from, an actor like Willem Dafoe or so many of the accomplished actors that are held in high regard. But, for a cast of, a little bit less famous actors that, I don't know, aside from Ansel and Shailene, and of course Willem Dafoe, but these are all new to me. So just a huge congratulations to them for being able to pull this off in a way that is incredibly graceful, incredibly moving, and I think is a really good message to anybody, whether you're perfectly healthy or if you are somebody who's sick. The biggest thing that I took out of it early on was Augustus never let Hazel, I don't want to say take a breath, but never let her really kind of have a chance to reconsider, because they were indeed both living a life where there could be no tomorrow. And he's like, you want to go to the movies? Well, I'll see what I'm doing next week. No. We're right now. I'm saying right now we're going to do a movie. And there was always that, it was urgency, but it wasn't portrayed that way, if that makes sense, in that it was just, there's no time to waste. This is our shot. We need to make the most of it. Some people are, I think I saw the oldest gentleman today. He was like 111 years old. I think I saw that story. You might get 111 years, or you might get, 8, like Willem, like Peter's daughter that she had when she was going through it. So it's like, there's no guarantee of how long everybody gets. And it's what you make of it, and with the time you have and the people you're with, and how you impact them. And again, I think you could, and I'm sure people have, I'm sure there's probably YouTube videos where people could talk about this movie for 3 hours, and all the different, all the different things that you can take out of it, all the different meanings. But, for me, that was just the big thing I got, was that, to not waste the time that you have, and to remember and to be conscious of those who are in your life and how much you love them and how much they love you. And it was also kind of introspective in that Hazel heard what her mom had said in that moment. And I think I don't fault her mom at all for saying that. I think that's a natural reaction that someone would have, like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be a mother anymore. I mean, we saw that a little bit. It kind of reminded me of the Iron Claw. We watched that where Kevin Von Erich said, I'm not a brother anymore. And I like how they did the message in here, where at the end, her mother understood it like, well, no matter what happens, I'm still your mother. I'll still always be your mother, even if you're gone. And I like how they kind of had that come full circle. And again, just a beautiful movie, so well done. And I can't give it enough credit. Again, everybody crushed this. And a huge shout out to John Green, the author of the original novel. Man, this guy absolutely nailed it. And I can see why this movie was so loved by so many and as successful as it was, because you can always get something out of this. Like I said, if you watch it for 3 minutes or all the way through, simply incredible.
Yeah, I looked when this came out 14, and I would. The reason why I probably didn't watch it too is even if I would have got what it was going to be about, is I would have stayed away from it because it would have been hitting too close to home. I know everyone's been affected by cancer, but I know during that time, September 14, well, on DVD. Like, that was right around when my grandpa was passing away from cancer, and then a few years later, my mother passed away from cancer. So, like, a lot of the things that we saw here, I went through the same. Especially with the cancer in the whole body. That's what happened to my mother at the end. It got into her bones. So to see this... You always want to connect with the movies you watch, and with this one, it really hit home. Going through those past experiences and, you know, seeing what they go through in the movie, you easily can relate because you went through it yourself. As obviously, I wasn't like Shailene's character where I had it myself, but to watch what happened with Augustus all the way through, you saw the slow, you know, fall. And so watching this, like, obviously it just hits you really hard, and they did a great job of encapsulating that. The actors did it and actresses did a great job in here. Because as Laura Dern was saying, maybe not being a mother, you know, was that for me too, to say I wasn't gonna have a mother. No. I still do have a mother. But so I can relate in that sense. And just watching what they all did was create this novel was hard hitting. It was really well done. You know, it's just, I don't know. I'm at a loss because even we gave ourselves a little bit of time, and this was so well done, and just the way that you can relate on so many levels with this, and the love, and, like, you know, I know my mom wanted, like, kind of a eulogy for a lot of us, but, you know, we couldn't really say the words. And the scene where, you know, Laura said that it was okay. I mean, each of us kids said that to our mom, that it was like, it's okay. You fought long enough, and it was okay. So, this was really well done. I can't say any more about the performances everyone gave. And, yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, it's impactful, man. It's super impactful. I mean, I don't think anybody should feel like they're, you know, be at a loss for words for something like this.
And I really want to touch though quick though, like where they threw the humor in, he needed to.
Yeah.
Like I said, if it's hard pressed to find someone that hasn't been affected in some way, shape, or form by cancer, whether they had it, family member, friend, anything. So sometimes you can use humor as a mechanism to help you out. Like how his friend said the last site was at, also with my mother, I took her to the last time she saw her childhood home and her last trip around her hometown. Those are things that will live inside me forever. And, you know, same with him. Like, I don't want to see a world without Augustus. Yeah, same. So, but like I said, like getting back to the humor, you gotta have that because that can help as well. It always will.
Yeah, well, a lot to unpack with this movie. Answer's spot on. I mean, you're hard pressed in today's day and age to not find people that have been impacted by cancer. My grandfather died from cancer before I was even born. 2010, my godmother, my mom's youngest sister, passed from brain cancer. 4 years ago, my mentor and kind of the whole fitness industry work and one of my best friends in this world died from cancer. So it impacts everybody, but I think it's just different with people of this age, and I almost feel like this movie was made for like a few different groups of people. I feel like the book was written, movie made. I don't want to discredit the author of the book because obviously that's where this comes from. I feel like it's made for the teenagers going through it, so there's a sense of relatability because really, who else in the world can understand what they're going through? I think it's made for the parents of children with cancer because in a very similar sense, nobody could ever understand what they're going through other than them. And I think it's made for the rest of us to try to appreciate and understand just the challenges that other people have in this life that we can't even begin to wrap our head around. I talk about my grandpa. I talk about my aunt. I talk about one of my best friends. And for as hard as that is, it's I can't. I can't begin to imagine if that was my son. So it is different, and this movie told stories from a few different angles. I mean, their parents were so positive, and you have to imagine like that's how parents have to be, right? Like you have to be so strong, and you have to be, positive on the outside for the kids, and especially kids like this age, right? Like teenagers. I think when you have, and look to parents who've dealt with this, of course, I know this is trivial words coming from somebody who hasn't dealt with it, but I think parents of very young kids with cancer, you try to stay positive. You try to, I would imagine they have to, try to just kind of bury any sort of sadness in front of their kids because they want to keep that positivity. But when you have a teenager who can really wrap their head around what's happening, then it's like what we saw here. You have the parents trying to be positive for the teens, and the teens, knowing that their parents are dealing with it, but not ever really understanding. I thought it was not subtle at the end where the dad sat down with the daughter and said, like, now you know what we're going through, because you can't, like, I know it's a cliche thing to say, but until you have a kid, like even as a kid, you have no idea what your parents feel for you until you have kids of your own, right? Like, you can't, like, I had kids late in life, 40, and you spend your whole life having no idea, like how your parents really feel about you, and you can't comprehend it. So, for Hazel to be able to, kind of, have a slight glimpse of, the things that her parents went through, I thought was beautiful. the levity that they used to the comedy in this film, I think, was important. Like, look, I don't know that I've ever watched a movie where I was like on the verge of losing it, like the whole movie, right? Like the whole movie, you're like right there, and then they give you something to laugh about, and it brings you kind of back down. And then you're on the verge of tears, and it brings you back, and it's like this the whole movie, and it's almost like this metaphor for the life that they must be living, where it's like you have to try to have those moments, because otherwise all it is the struggle and the pain and the sadness, and you have to find those. So it was just brilliant the way the movie kind of like just kept giving you something to smile about. And we say on this channel, like, I don't know if it's going to make the cut. Well, the whole movie we were all like laughing and on the verge of tears. So it's got to make the cut at some point. I thought Willem Dafoe's character Peter was so dynamic. You had Hazel was so wrapped up in this book, and I don't think she necessarily considered the whole time that it was written from a father who was essentially just telling her story about his daughter, and maybe that was his way to deal with the pain. At the end he said, hey, you're not a great person, but you're a great writer. And I'm just picturing this father like just having that as his outlet to try to deal with the loss of his daughter, writing this book, never intending for it to be like, he didn't care about the fan mail. They made that very clear. I don't think that the Peter Van Houten ever wanted fans. I don't think he wanted fame. I don't think he wanted the money from the book. I think he just wanted an outlet to tell the story of his daughter, and I think that's what we saw there. I don't think he was a bad person. I think he was somebody who never really learned how to struggle with the loss of his daughter. He obviously turned to alcohol, and that was, how can you blame somebody? Because if somebody loses their child, you can't tell them how to act. You can't tell them how to recover. You can't tell them how to go on with their life. So this movie had, so many unique storylines that they tied together so beautifully. And I don't know. I don't know that I shouldn't say I don't know that I have. I can tell you flat out, I've never seen a film like this. God, it's almost like a blueprint on how to not take shit for granted, right?
I mean, every minute they hit you with that. The theme is just, it's constant throughout, right? I mean, it from the opening couple of minutes like that was just incredible.
Yeah, and especially now, and I know this is cliche, like there's so much shit to complain about in life, right? Like everything. And I know the pictures on the wall, sometimes the kids think it's cheesy, and sometimes as adults we think it's cheesy, but the whole like you have to go through the rain to get the rainbow, it's like that was so true. And Mason Quinn is right. I'm sure there's dedicated forums and in clubs and whatnot just for just for this book and this movie, and rightfully so, because this is just beautiful. And I think the most powerful thing I think to take away from this whole film was at the end when the two were at their last picnic, and Gus was talking about being remembered by the world, and Hazel said like you don't need that. And I think that's like so true. It's like, especially to kids out there, it's like if you're a teenager or even an adult and you don't have kids, you have no fucking clue how, excuse me, I don't know why I'm swearing in this wrap up for this type of movie. It's just who I am. I'm sorry. You have no idea how much your parents love you. You don't. You have no idea how much your parents love you. You can't. And even, maybe your friends and the people around you, but you don't need to be famous. You don't need to have the world remember you, because there are people out there that love you more than you could ever wrap your head around. And really, if you have that, like, that's enough. And I know it's so cliche, but some stuff is cliche or whatever you want to call it, because it's true. And that was such a powerful moment. And they hit on that, up until the end of the film. So this was an absolute masterpiece. And again, I want to, like, the movie was done so well. All the actors, I don't know how the actors made it through this movie. I know it's just acting, but I know they're playing out, real life scenarios. I think Willem Dafoe's portrayal of Peter Van Houten for me was the performance of the film. I think Shailene Woodley nailed how I imagined a teenage daughter would be going through something like this, with a relationship with her parents, and of course the charming young Augustus. But what a powerful movie. It's one of the most powerful films I've ever seen, hands down. So thank you to the people who recommended it. It was, I think, I think they knew it was gonna knew it was gonna get us, and it got certainly got me good, guys. So,
absolutely.
So,
with that being said, this one's pretty easy for me. 5 out of 5 answers, totally perfect. An amazing film. I know some folks might, I think when you watch it, I think you can feel sad and you can, be a mess and have the tears and everything. But I think what's important is how you're going to feel, maybe an hour, 2-3 hours later. And I think that's when a lot of the messages and things will kind of resonate and kind of hit. I think you have the initial story that hits you in a way, and then I think you're able to retrospectively look back on it and pull so much out of it. And I just hope that anybody who's watched it, I hope it had that effect on you the way it had that effect on me, where I know I'm going to be thinking about this for who knows how long, the next couple of months probably, and you're always going to kind of have that in the back of your mind about all the different messages and themes that were in here, and how to get through life, and nothing's guaranteed, and people who love you. I mean, it's like it hit every major theme all rolled into one, and just incredible. Perfect 5.
5 answers. Nothing more I can add than what it's already been said.
Yeah. Kind of worded out here. Like, I'm proud of myself to have been able to hold my shit together as much as I have. 5. Brilliant film, and again, a film like this needs to go back to, especially heavy on the book. And I know every film adapted from a book is that, but what a beautiful story. A 5 for me. So,
all right. Well, thank you for joining us on this special one. This was a good watch. Thank you for I am lost of words, but thank you for recommending it. That's what I was trying to get. We appreciate it. We appreciate you. And so for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. Of course, the answer. Good night, pals.